said he remembers Trey when he would come to 6:30
workouts.
Yeah, workouts with you.
Right.
So how nice is that to kind of full circle where y'all are going to be there this week?
Definitely. Coach talked about years ago when Trey went to the academy that had always wanted to try and make it to one of the academies for games. And so it was a real special treat this year. Whenever I heard that we were going, I was, Trey, I think Coach got here when Trey was about 14. And Trey was up here with me all the time. Coach just took him in and wrote a letter to Trey when he went off to the Naval Academy prep. Trey still has the letter. It helps motivate him to, do more and more, and just hung on Coach's every word. When he was in high school, he loved basketball, wanted to play basketball, so anything that Coach said, he was hanging on every word. So it meant a lot to him for Coach to send him a letter and just kind of help him stay in that grind. But the opportunity for us to go as a family, we were over the top when I heard that we were going to go, and just couldn't thank Coach enough for doing this. So this is a special trip for us.
So he'll be in the stand. It's on campus, right? On the base.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there. I think it's Alumni Hall, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Is right there, and that's where he actually checked in for I-Day. That's where they check in. So that was really special to go out there and play that. I know Trey's really excited. Most of the time, Trey has Cougar stuff on underneath his Navy stuff. So he just grew up here. Came up here all the time with me, and then of course when Coach came on, he was already here. So,
what's his future? Kelvin said something about Navy SEALs, or
well, that's what he would like to do. And he's put that in as number one for commissioning. And they actually find out a week from today when what they're going to be able to commission in. So we're on pins and needles hoping that happens for him. But he's got a secondary path if that doesn't happen, and try to laterally transfer to go do that. But he's done all the things he can to this point. They just need to pick him, and then once you get chosen as SEAL, then you got to go try to be a SEAL. So that just gives him the opportunity to go try it.
Did he ever jump in on Kelvin boot camp when he was younger? Some of those early morning things that you did, or was he just a bystander?
Well, Trey always wanted to be really good. He would come here with me 5 in the morning. I'd take off on my run, and he'd get up 700 shots. And then when we started with our workouts, Coach Bishop took him in, and he'd help out in the weight room. So he helped out Bishop in the weight room with anything that we were doing. He didn't get in on the workouts themselves with the guys, but so that's, those guys between Coach Sampson, all the guys on the staff, and Coach Bishop, he was helping out all the time. So,
John, to be able to spend a whole day as a team with the midshipmen, how awesome of an opportunity is that for just like the whole team to be able to spend?
I think so. It was really an eye opener for them to realize what those kids go through. There's only about 4,500 kids that go to school there. It's about probably somewhere between. They accept about 1,100 kids every year, and through attrition that'll come down to about 900 and something. So that's all that's there on campus. And then just the way their day is regimented, they form up for breakfast, they form up for lunch, and then you kind of do your own thing for dinner. They all eat in King Hall there for dinner, but you go at different times because everybody's on a team of some kind. So you're getting done at different times, and you'll go down with your team or whoever you want to for dinner. But just a day in the life of what they have to do. And of course, it's always different for the plebes. The first years, they're called plebes. And they have to square corners. They have to, all sorts of different things. They have to walk a certain way to class, a certain way coming back. You're in the dress of the day. So you might be in your black uniform one day, white uniform the next day, or you might be in something different for the next day. So just the things that they have to do on a daily basis. For example, tonight we get in there at 8:45. We're probably not going to have him come over to the hotel. The hotel that we're staying at is not far from campus, but there's accountability every night. Everybody has to sign in. So if you haven't put in what they call a chit to not be there at let's say 10 o'clock or 10:30 tonight, he just doesn't want to chance that and not getting back on time. So something that these guys aren't used to. Somebody's always keeping tabs on you.
Right.
So I think it'll be really neat for these guys to see what these young men and women do there at all the academies, and what they go through on a daily basis. And then you owe them 5 years when you get done. So there is a little thing there at the end.
And how old is he now?
He's 22. So he'll be 23 when he graduates. He spent 1 year at the prep, 1 year at Naval Academy prep. So. Right.
You've been here the whole time.
Right. This will be his 5th year in college, so it's kind of weird, yeah, for sure.
So he was part of the